If you've joined us in worship for this past worship series, then you've heard Tamara mention our membership book. It has been in our sanctuary to the side each week during this series, and Tamara has invited folks to go to it, to turn the pages and to find their names and the names of others, to remember when they signed it and when they became a part of our congregation. Now, I don't think that the membership book is the end-all be-all of who has been in our midst for the time that we've been High Country UCC. But I do see it as this beautiful representation of what our congregation has been, how it has grown, when we added new folks, an amazing show of journeying alongside each other. In August, High Country UCC will be celebrating 20 years. And as I was thinking about this 20-year milestone, I was thinking about my own life and the lives of people I've known for 20 years. In my life at 20 years old, I learned a lot of things. Well, the easy stuff like walking and talking and thinking critically. In 20 years, we usually learn how to drive and maybe have our own bank accounts, which I don't know why they trusted me with one of those at 17. But we have so many milestones, so many ways we change, and thankfully we do. Over 20 years, we grow into who we're going to be out of awkward stages and hard relationships. In 20 years, we don't stay the same. When we look at that membership book, when you look at when you signed it, I don't think that you're probably the exact same person that you were when you signed it. And I would also venture to guess that this church is not the exact same church that you joined that time ago. Because in 20 years, we have grown and we have changed. We have known that some of our beliefs were outdated, even though we thought we were ahead of the curve. We have reminded ourselves that the universe grows and we expand, and things change for us. Climate crises happen and we respond in the ways that we need to by putting solar panels on the top of our church. We lose folks within our midst and we create memorial gardens and spaces to just be and reflect and be reminded of those amazing people who were with us for a time. So many things change in 20 years. And this year, on our 20th anniversary, we are choosing as a church not to run from that change, but to embrace it and to journey alongside one another. Tamara mentioned last week that over the next weeks leading up to our anniversary, we will be signing that membership book again. Not because we're not all still members, but we sign it in acknowledgement that we are different people, that this church has grown and we have also, and that this year we commit to being High Country UCC for one more time. This commitment also goes alongside our stewardship campaign. A couple of years ago, when Tamara went on sabbatical, I got to talk to an amazing group of ministers and learn from them. And one of them was the pastor of Land of the Sky in Asheville, North Carolina. And at their church each year, for their stewardship campaign, they ask folks to renew their membership. Because they know that people's priorities change from year to year. That what we want to give our time, our talents, our resources to can change because our priorities change. And so each year, Land of the Sky asks folks to say if they are willing to be a part of the congregation for one more year. One more year of service to that congregation. And they outline how they'll be part of that congregation. So that's what we're asking from you all this year. What does it look like for you to be a part of High Country UCC this year? Do you want to be a lawnmower and be part of that team so that you can keep our grounds looking beautiful and have an amazing space like this to come and to rest? Or does it look like a donation that you're going to give monthly out of what you have for this church? And maybe even it means you need a break, and church and life has become too much, and you're going to step back for this year a little bit. That is okay. We know that your priorities and what you need for yourself is holy and good and blessed, and we bless you in whatever way you decide to be a part of High Country UCC this year. Whether it's here in our congregation each Sunday or whether it's from afar, maybe joining us on YouTube a couple of times a year. As we change and things change around us, we have to be open to those possibilities. So I invite you this year to think not only of what you might be able to give for the year, but how you might be able to interact with this place. And think about how you will be part of creating the next 20 years with us. I'd like to think that we knew exactly where we were going from here, that the next 20 years was mapped out and we could decide what was best for us from here on out. But the reality is we don't know what it looks like. And your commitment to journey alongside us means that you're helping us figure that out each day. That you're offering feedback and love and words of affirmation to those around you as we figure out what ministry in the High Country means for us in 2022, moving into 2023. I hope that you will join us on this journey.